What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today I got another video in our 2022 NBA Draft Player Breakdown series. Today we're going to be going over Wisconsin's Johnny Davis. Johnny Davis looks to be a lottery pick in this year's draft. He's someone who has really come on the scene this year and turned himself into a high-level NBA prospect. So today should be a good video. As always, make sure to leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. And with that being said, let's get into the video. So just a little intro on Johnny Davis. Johnny Davis is a 6'5", 200-pound sophomore shooting guard out of Wisconsin. He's originally from La Crosse, Wisconsin, so he's someone who decided to stay home and play for his hometown team. Now, his freshman year at Wisconsin, he was just an average player in the Big Ten, averaged about 7 points a game, and just kind of played a role for the Wisconsin team. This last year, his sophomore year, he took a huge leap forward, really turned himself into an NBA prospect, got better, and averaged about 20 points and 8 rebounds a game, and became one of the best players in college basketball. It's someone who is a great story on just getting another year of experience, kind of having your role change on the team and stepping up and becoming the man and turning himself, like I said, into an NBA prospect. And so Johnny Davis is a good story. It's fun when you see these players that don't have immediate success at the college level and are able to just get into the lab, improve, work on their game, and reach a level that maybe some people never thought they could. Now, moving over to the strengths for Johnny Davis, and he has a number of them that make him a potential lottery pick in this year's draft. But I think the one thing that really stands out with Johnny Davis is his ability to score the ball, and he can do it in a number of ways. Now, I would say that the way that he scores the ball is probably a little bit more of almost a throwback style, in terms of he's not a flashy player. He doesn't have a flashy handle. He doesn't have step back threes, off the dribble threes in his game right now. He's someone who has a decent handle and can get to his spots pretty effectively with that handle. He's really most effective moving or operating in that mid-range area. He can really get to those elbows, elevate, shoot over people, kind of that extended elbow to the wing type area. That's probably where he's best at offensively in terms of scoring the ball. But he also has pretty good size at 6'5", 200 pounds, where he's able to kind of just use that frame and shield off defenders and get to the rim and finish through contact that way. He does a good job of keeping guys kind of on his hip and keeping smaller guys away from the basketball and shielding himself that way. Another thing that I really love about his offensive game is that he's not afraid to post up smaller guys, so you can't put a smaller point guard on him and kind of get up into him that way, because he'll just kind of turn his back, get into that post area, and punish him that way. And so I really like that he's able to score the ball in a numerous number of ways off the dribble. Other things that I like about Johnny's offensive game is that I think he can play really well off the ball. I think he knows how to move and operate in the offense without necessarily having the ball in his hands. He's not necessarily a ball dominant guy. I think you can run some action for him off ball and get him involved that way. I think that he knows how to run the lane in transition, knows how to kind of just fill areas that way. Wisconsin's definitely not a up-tempo team, but when they would get on transition, I think that he did a good job in positioning himself that way. And I think he's someone who at the NBA level, which could be a little more fast-paced than he was at Wisconsin, I think he could do very well there as well. And then I think there's room for him to grow as a playmaker. I think he had flashes of it. I'm not going to say he was great at it or even maybe good at it, but I think he showed flashes of having some playmaking ability in there, and so I think he can improve in that area. But I think it's something that is there. It's just something he's gonna have to continue to build on. And then kind of moving over to almost the defensive side of the ball, I think he has kind of some Josh Hart in him, in terms of he's a great rebounding guard. He's averaged 8 rebounds a game. as a 2 guard, which is crazy. Josh Hart is someone who rebounds the ball very well for a guard at the NBA level, and so I think it's similar to that. And I think he offers some similar, there's some similarities there defensively to Josh Hart in terms of he can guard a lot of guards at the NBA level. He should be able to hang with, I think, a lot of the 1s and the 2s in the NBA. May struggle a little bit with the quicker guys, but he's pretty physical at 6'5", 200 pounds. He's got a good frame on him. I'm sure he'll put on probably about 5-10 more pounds and get to about that 210 range. But I think there's a lot of versatility with what Johnny can do defensively, and you combine that with his rebounding ability. I think that's just a really high level player who can be in any rotation at the NBA level. The biggest question mark or kind of weakness for Johnny is going to be his ability to shoot the 3 ball. He was just simply not a very good 3-point shooter at the college level, and just kind of overall struggled with efficiency. Now, actually during his freshman year on very, very low attempts, he shot 39% from 3. That really dipped his sophomore year once the ball was in his hands a lot more and he took more attempts, dropped to about 31%. So that's something that's definitely going to have to improve at the NBA level. I just don't think he's got to shoot better than that if he's going to find himself as a consistent starter, I think, in the NBA. And then overall, kind of struggled overall from the field at 42, 43%. That's something that, again, is going to have to improve. He's going to have to be a little more efficient than that. I think the one positive thing to take with his shooting ability is that he shot a good percentage from the line. He shot in the upper 70s, and kind of that free throw percentage can sometimes be an indicator of shooting ability. So potentially that 3-point shot could improve, or else, yeah, it's just going to be a wait and see game, I guess, with that, and if that percentage increases or not. And then lastly, Johnny is just not necessarily an elite athlete. He's a good athlete, he's solid, but he's not someone who has a 40-inch vertical or is the most explosive athlete out there. And so that could limit him a little bit in maybe terms of upside or what teams are looking for, and then could obviously be a limiting thing in terms of what he can actually do on the court. And so it'll be interesting to see how his game translates at the NBA level. Overall, I'm probably not as high on Johnny Davis as a lot of people. If I were to take him, it would definitely be a kind of later lottery. I think he's got potential to be a good role player at the NBA level, but I'm just not sure if the upside is necessarily there with him. It just, like I said, I wasn't impressed when I watched him a lot. We'll see again if his game translates well to the NBA level. He took a big step from one year to another in college. It's possible that could happen at the NBA. We'll see. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll talk to you guys later.